Welcome in. Welcome to Auntie Chats and Tarot. Hello, Pisces. Let's get to your message here, my beautiful fish. Let's remember not everything's going to resonate, so please take what helps you to help yourself and leave the rest. Not everything will be for you. You know this. Remember, you're the master of what you let in this lifetime and what you decide not to let in, okay? That's always good. Kind of a nice reminder. Something's kind of messy here. What's going on, Pisces? Your feelings are kind of all over the place, I feel like. Remembering things is causing you to be very emotional. Okay, let's get to the message here. And thank you to all of you who have supported this channel. I really appreciate it. Here we go. The moon in the reverse. Now you're starting to see things. Yeah, you're thinking about the past. You're starting to see things you didn't see when you were in them, and it's very emotional for you. What else do we have? Oh. Wow, this is really not wanting to be seen. Yikes. This energy will be significant. The Page of Swords in the reverse. Wow, you really don't want others to know, or you don't want to look at the fact that people may be talking about you here. Really worried about that, really concerned about that. What are people saying? Or what did people say at that time and I just didn't clue in. I just didn't know. You just didn't know because there's something very devious here and you're not in tune to that. So think of it in that manner. Thank God I'm not in tune to that. Thank God I didn't see that. Thank God I have more character than that, that type of energy. Queen of Wands has been coming up a lot in the reverse. This is someone who's very jealous and manipulative out of jealousy. Eight of Pentacles in the reverse. This is someone maybe who they're unfocused, they don't work. They're not going to put in the effort to make something correct or right. Six of Cups, the Four of Pentacles in the reverse. Somebody from your past. Yeah, this is past, remembering past situations and being very emotional about them. We said that from the get-go. This used to be your foundation. Let it go. I think you have. But now you're like, did I make the right decision? Or there's something here about just kind of reminiscing about this too. But you do know you made the right choice. A couple of different energies coming out there. The Eight of Swords. Or if you haven't let this go, and it still ruminates in your mind, then this is a note to you from Spirit or whatever you consider a higher power here helping you and guiding you through this rugged terrain, treacherous terrain for you, emotionally treacherous. The more you hang on to this, the more it holds you back. Wow. That was like a zinger. Very clear and very precise and very helpful at the same time. It's like zing. Okay, Queen of Swords in the reverse, someone that's very harsh. They're quick to explode. They're quick to be on your case. Seven of Pentacles. You go from that energy to, okay, I'm letting go of all of this and I'm investing in myself. What seeds have you planted? And for many of you, I'm hearing, start planting them. Start planting those seeds. Yeah. Be your own best friend here. And some of you, I'm hearing this. You feel like this was your best friend, whether that was romantic or otherwise. And how could they do this to you? Well, they did. And the more you hang on to this, the more it holds you back. And so now you step up to the plate to be your own best friend. Very tough stuff. I know. Absolutely not saying it's not. Just saying the energy here that can help is what I see. The Hangman in the reverse. Think about these things, and you have been, but think about them in another way where you can twist it to your advantage. Twist the dialogue so it's more pro you, so you can get out of this swirling negative energy you keep repeating like a rut in your mind, okay? The past is the past. It's done. And learn from it, yeah. And every so often, you're just going to naturally go back to it. Yeah, this is the stuff you're learning as you hermit away, or you're being asked to think about this stuff and hermit away so you can gain perspective and enlightenment here. Sure, you'll go back every so often and think about these things, but this is rut thinking. You're thinking about it all the time. And each time you think about this, try and put a little bit more distance between you and it. Three of Wands. Yeah, because your ships want to come in, but you got to figure out first what those ships are. What do you want to come in? That's, excuse me, what do you want to come in? That's part of the investment in self. And there's something here about choking back your words. Like I feel like I had to push through something that was like trying to, again, hold me back from speaking. I had to be very definitive there in pushing through something that was like gripping my neck. Okay, Knight of Swords in the reverse. Yeah, this energy could very well want you to still be reminiscing about them, upset, calling them, you know, worried, or talking to your friends who are talking to them. Oh, she's still, or he's still so very upset about that. They love this. I'm hearing they, you know, in a way kind of get off on this. So consider that type of person or that type of energy. You don't want that around you, enjoying your devastation and your sadness. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Find your wings and find what it is that you want to be planting seeds. Where do you, and I see the Emperor trying to come out here. Yeah, once you start investing in yourself, watch the energy change. Watch your whole life change. Investment in self, that's key. Five of Wands in the reverse. No more arguing. No more going back to these people and, you know, trying to repair things you know are already broken. No, just get swirled up in your own, like, what do I want? And what am I going after? And if that's too much, pick one or two things and go after that. If it's too overwhelming to pick a lot of things or to look at your life in a broader sense, then narrow it down where it's comfortable and say, okay, I'm going to pick two things I go after. All right. Yeah, definitely strategize a little bit more here to find your balance. Yeah. And what helps you, pick one or two things that help you to not worry at night, not worry about this. What would help you to not think about this, you know? And it could be something just outside the box, like, okay, at night, I'm going to do mint tea and I'm just going to concentrate on the mint and 5 things calm me or that I love in my life. Instead of what I usually do, which is sit here or stare at the ceiling and think about this past situation and how hurt I am. Yeah, little things, but think outside the box. Like, would you think mint tea? I don't know. I'm trying to think outside the box. Okay, King of Pentacles. You're meant to be very successful here. Once you get away from this energy that pulls at you, it pulls at you. And I did feel that maybe you also have been feeling. We persevere past it, but I feel like it tries very hard to cut you off in some way. Okay, sacred. Yeah, remember how sacred you are. The Hawthorn. This has been coming out all morning. Sacred energy. This is you for you. You are sacred. Treat yourself as such. One more, then we'll toss the dice. Yeah, this one was obvious. Brighten. You're gonna brighten here. Your load. Lighten and brighten your load. Calendula. And also just feel brighter. Like even in the exercise, whether it's appealing to you or not, it gives your gets your wheels turning on different types of ways to change the dialogue and change the energy. Even with the mint tea example, okay? Does it brighten your evening to think about mint tea and enjoy it and think about 2 or 3 things you love in your life instead of sitting and worrying and going over the past and even kind of yearning for the past to come back and correct itself, because the past is in the past. Don't wait on a correction here. And what I'm seeing in the energy of the cards and this particular situation or person is, that's not going to change. If you're waiting for somebody to change, first of all, never wait for that. If they change and they come towards you and you're moving forward with your life, that's another thing. But never wait for a change in another. Enhance. This has also been coming out. This combination has come out this morning multiple times. Sacred and enhance. Indigo, maybe your favorite color. Put the sacred back in your life and into you and enhance and watch you enhance your life. Let's toss the dice. Something is a dud here. Something about Alabama and something about the name Ben. I'll leave it at that. And tracking. Something about, do you feel like you have tracking spirits, monitoring spirits? You won't be held back. You won't be tracked. You won't be held back. Have that attitude. Her, yeah. Groom, keep, if that's something you need to kind of keep an eye on or dive right in again, be aware. I see something here about something bent art. That's cool. Something about that I really like. Veneer. Her again comes out. Crew. There's a crew of her. Many women maybe here. Finding peace with that, moving forward with a new female crew, or maybe that's the past that's haunted you. Art comes out again, and something about go with the flow of that. And Utah. I'll toss one more time. Cream. Stay grounded. Stay grounded in this battle. That's your message, Pisces. I hope you've liked it. I hope you found it helpful. Please do like, share, subscribe, comment. It helps the channel. Thank you again, Pisces, for joining me. Please comment. I love the comments. Love to have that interaction. I hope this has been helpful. I just feel like, what do we have? Are we missing something? Let's grab an oracle. Don't want to leave you hanging. Okay, sacral chakra. Okay, this tells me this could have been like a romantic setting here. Sacral chakra can be, it's very emotional. Let's put it that way. It doesn't have to be romantic, but it oftentimes is feeling isolated. Yeah, get in with this new group of women. Or get in on board with this sacral enhancement of your life. Okay? Something faded in love. Yeah, I feel like that comes down the pike. You have other things that regarding self-healing for you here. And something about grooming comes up again. Okay? So maybe you're like, oh, what's the point? And Spirit's saying there is a point. So always make sure you're well groomed. Because, something faded in love, you could think is so far down the road. And Spirit's saying you never know. It could be around the corner. I feel like that's the message. Your purpose is on the other side of fear. Yeah. I think that will hit with you. Stop caring what others think. That is your message, Pisces. I feel like we have a good ending there. Please do like, share, subscribe, comment. I read all the comments. I love the interaction. Until next time, let's remember who we are and let's remember our self-worth. Thanks for joining me.